Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So we got a server update announcement for August 22nd. Seems like the patch could be already out for some regions. It says 22 UTC. I'm pretty sure for my server the patch is already out, but it could be different timing for different servers. But yeah, it's gonna be around 3 MB, and whenever you log into the game, you're going to get this patch. What's new is going to be the Mango Sorcerer's Jericho skin. There's going to be a Sorcerer's Pass. There's going to be more events and hero adjustments, which is going to be the main topic of this video, and some improvement and bug fixes. All right, so hero adjustments, stats buffed. Butterfly. Increase the duration of Ultimate's mark. The mark from Butterfly's ultimate is a crucial mechanic. We increase the duration of the mark to give her more room for error and better leverage of this future. So ultimate mark duration went from 3 seconds to 4 seconds now. It's a 1 second buff on the ultimate mark. I don't think it's going to affect Butterfly that much, to be honest, personally. But I mean, it's a good change if you're a Butterfly player. Overall, Butterfly is not a good character. It has not been played in high elo like in any of my games, and I think she has like a very niche audience. A lot of people like below master player. But yeah, when you get to the higher ranks, Butterfly struggles a lot. She does not have the burst that she needs to have as an assassin, and also, she suffers a lot against like a lot of crowd control. She suffers a lot against a lot of range. But yeah, other than that, it's a decent buff if you're a Butterfly player. Stats buffed for Lubu. Steel 2 has a newly added damage. We've increased the damage of Lubu's second skill to prevent opponents from escaping with low health. His restoration and shield capabilities benefit much more from high attack builds compared to survival focused builds, so we've made adjustments accordingly. So passive Wild Enhance, health restored after hitting heroes with skill 1. Before, it was 50% extra physical attack plus 5% loss health, and now it's 100 to 200 flat plus 4% extra health. Health restored upon hitting heroes with basic attack while enhanced. Before, plus 25% extra physical attack plus 1% lost health. Now is 50 to 100 flat plus 2% extra health. Skill 2, new effect. Deal 100 plus 20 per skill level plus 40% extra physical attack, physical damage to the target. Shield effect. Before, 20 plus 50 per skill level plus 150% extra physical attack. Now is 300 plus 60 per skill level plus 10% health, extra health. Skill 3, base damage. Before, 550 plus 250 per skill level plus 300% extra physical attack, and now it's 550 plus 275 per skill level plus 280% extra physical attack. Contact damage, so when you land your ultimate, before 150 plus 50 per skill level plus 87% extra physical attack. Now it's 150 plus 75 per skill level plus 75% extra physical attack. Lubu's health restoration after enemies enter the field. Before, it was plus 50% extra physical attack plus 5% health loss. Now it's 100 flat plus 50 per skill level plus 4% extra health. So yeah, pretty much Lubu got a massive buff. It might be a little confusing, but overall seems like that he's going to have a lot of heal restoring based on his skills. And second skill is actually going to deal damage now, meaning that you're going to be able to kill people with the second skill. A lot of times people just walk away from you, flash away, and they survive. But now you can just use the second skill because it's one of the highest ranked skills in his kit, other than the ultimate, where you can just drag it. But with the second skill, you're going to be able to have an easier time killing off people if they're trying to escape you and you don't have any skills up. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty big buff for Lubu. He might be actually playable. Actually, he was playable. I've seen him a couple of games. He's, again, very niche as well. He doesn't fit in every comp. But again, when you have like a Dolia, and if you're against like someone tanking the top lane, Lubu was a pretty great pick because of the true damage. And now I think he's going to be even more playable with the changes. So I like the Lubu stats buffs, and we're going to have to see how he works out in the higher elos in the next couple of days. Dharma stats buff, reduce skill 1 and skill 3 cooldown. Currently, Dharma is relatively weak, so we reduce the cooldown of his ultimate to give him more opportunities to knock opponents into walls. Since skill 2 His stationary punch is difficult to land on agile opponents. We've shortened the stock time for skill 1, allowing him to better adjust the position of his skill 2. So skill 1 stock time before it was 10 seconds minus 0.4 seconds per skill level. Now it's 9 seconds minus 0.4 seconds per skill level. So it's a 1 second cooldown reduction on the first skill. So he's going to have his first skill, I guess, around 1 second faster. Skill 3 cooldown before 50 seconds minus 5 seconds per skill level to 40 seconds minus per second. So the ultimate, pretty huge cooldown reduction. You're gonna see Dharma landing ultimates left and right for people that like to, camp in bushes and go around the map. So Dharma overall, really strong buff. He used to be really good in the pro scene already. A lot of people picked him as kind of like the third or fourth, even second best Clash laner. But now with the cooldown reductions on the ultimate, which is pretty massive, and the first skill, Dharma is going to be pretty solid in ranked, I believe, too. Zhou Yu. So Zhou Yu got a buff, increase skills 2's damage over time and recovery, and reduce the late game stock time. Zhou Yu's second skill provides damage over time and recovery. We aim to strengthen this playstyle appropriately while adjusting the cooldown between early and late game to balance his power throughout the match. So skill 2 stock time, before it was 8.5 seconds, now it's 9 seconds, but you're gonna get 0.4 reduced per skill level. Very nice. Fire Domain's damage over time, before it was 100 plus 20 per skill level plus 25% magical attack. Now it's 100 plus 20 per skill level, but 30% magical attack. So that's a buff right here with the scaling. Continuous health recovery in Fire Domain, before it was 40 plus 20 per skill level plus 7% magic attack. Now it's 35 plus 7 per skill level plus 7% magical attack plus 2% extra health. So Zhou Yu, pretty massive buff as well. Second skill got an insane buff. Really annoying hero. I did not know that we needed this kind of buff for Zhou Yu. But yeah, he's going to be probably played a lot now. And a lot of people are going to be annoying with Zhou Yu. But yeah, as a ADC jungle player, I would not like going against this hero now that is buff. Kaizer. Stat changes. Kaizer balance the strength of different builds. Currently, Kaizer overall strength is too high, especially when he purchases a lot of defensive items, making it difficult for opponents to counter him. Therefore, we slightly reduce his strength when using defensive builds while maintaining his power with offensive builds. Base stats, base movement speed before 390 to 385 now, so slower movement speed. Skill 1, base damage 280 plus 56 per skill level plus 55% extra physical attack. Now it's 260 plus 52 per skill level plus 65% extra physical attack. Continuous health recovery before 350 plus 770 per skill level plus 7% extra health. Now after is 350 plus 70 per skill level plus 5% extra health. Skill 2, before 100, the slash damage before 130 plus 26 per skill level plus 30% extra physical attack. Now is 120 plus 24 per skill level plus 40% extra physical attack. Enhanced basic attacks extra damage 130 plus 26 per skill level plus 20% extra physical attack. Now is 120 plus 24 per skill level plus 25 extra. So yeah, it seems like they're trying to kind of make him scale a lot better based off of physical attacks. So people build him with more physical attack items that are than full tank. As you guys know, Kaizer goes full tank, jungle, or even in the Clash lane. But yeah, it seems like Kaizer is going to be kind of physical build now. And that's the way they want the game to go with this character. So, stats nerfed for Ming. Reduce the early game bonus to teammates. In the early game, Ming can boost his teammates' effectiveness when linking with allies, creating a hole that is greater than its parts and further magnifying any advantage gain. In order to elevate this, we slightly reduce the early game bonus that he provides to allies. Stats. Base stats, base movement speed from 370 to 365, passive. Enhance the basic attacks health recovery, 210 plus 15 per hero level to and plus 6% extra health. Now it's 210 plus 15 per hero level plus 40% magical attack. So instead of extra health, it's actually 40% magical attack now. Okay. Skill 1. stat bonus to allied heroes. Before 20 plus 4 per skill level, 10% magical attack, physical attack, and 50 plus 10 per skill level plus 20% magical attack. So now it's 20 plus 4 per skill level, 10% magical attack, main attack stat. So what is happening here? So instead of physical attack, it's only main attack stat, okay? Every main attack stat equals 1 physical attack or 2 magical attack. Okay, so instead of being separate bonuses for physical and magical attacks, it's only a main attack stat now. And every main attack stat is 1 physical attack and 2 magical attack. Okay, that's a little weird. I'm gonna have to read into a little bit more and try it out in the game. But yeah, attack speed bonus to allied heroes. Before it was 20%, now is 10% plus 2% per hero level. Passive movement speed bonus. Before it was 12%, now is 7.5% plus 1.5% per skill level. Skill 2 reduction to the target's physical and magical defense. Before 15% plus 3% per skill hero level. Now it's 10% plus 2% per hero level. Okay, so Ming looks like he got a massive debuff or nerf, you would say. But yeah, Ming overall seems like that the second skill actually got a massive nerf. And first skill, it does look like a nerf as well, but I'm gonna have to try it out. This whole main attack stat thing is kind of interesting, but yeah, overall Ming did get a nerf, and I'm kind of glad. It was kind of annoying when people just, you know, played Yuhan Ming in the jungle or played Lady Sun Ming or any kind of ADC that just has a lot of farm and a lot of poke. Even Alessio Ming at some point was annoying for me. But yeah, it seems like Ming did get a nerf, which is quite nice. And I wish we kind of had a Yari on nerf too, but we don't get always, you know, to have the nice things. So the next nerf is going to be Garo. What? Reduce the extra damage ratio to shields. Garo's passive gives her significant advantage when facing opponents with shields. We reduce the disadvantage to balance her strength against different opponents while also improving the experience for shielded heroes when facing Garo. Passive, extra damage to target's shield before 100% to 50%. What? Okay, Garo got a nerf. I haven't seen Garo for a long time. It's only like Arlie, Marco Polo, and Lady Sun or Darenji. Alright, stats nerf. Angela. Increase the ultimate's cooldown in the early game and mid game. Angela has a powerful burst damage and her skill cooldowns are relatively short, allowing her to use the skill combos too frequently to obliterate opponents. We've increased the cooldown time for her ultimate in early and mid game to slightly slow down her pace during the stages. So the ultimate cooldown from 20 seconds to 25 seconds minus 2.5 seconds per skill level. So yeah, pretty okay nerf, I would say, to Angela. Angela is like a low elo demon. A lot of people struggle against it, so I would say that is a good change. Stats nerf. Heino. Reduce the continuous poke of skill 1 and reduce the damage reduction when the ultimate is used. Thank God Heino is getting nerfed. Currently, Heino offers a poor counterplay experience for opponents. His ultimate's high damage reduction and restoration allow him to continuously poke enemies while being difficult to counter. We reduce his damage output and the room for error in his ultimate, giving opponents more opportunities to counter him. So skill 1 base damage before 400 plus 80 per skill level plus 60% magical attack to 400 plus 80 per skill level and 55% magical attack. So less scaling. Ultimate damage reduction before 15% plus 7.5% per skill level to now 10% plus 5% per skill level. So yeah, Heino, I don't think the nerf is as big as I wanted it to be, but it's still a pretty good nerf. It seems like it's mostly targeted towards skill 1 poke and the damage of the ult, even though I don't think I've ever died to Heino's ultimate. But yeah, pretty much he got a nerf on the mage build. So the magical build of Heino is going to have a lot of less poke. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Heino here. And then equipment adjustments. So energy core, pretty much the component item that builds into Blazing Cape. Before 300 burn distance, now it's 400. The passive before was 35 to 70 plus 3% extra health. Now it's 24 to 48. Wow, that's a massive nerf for a component. Hopefully there's going to be a price drop for it. And 3% extra health. Blazing Cape. So the passive before was 35 to 70 plus 3% extra health. Now is 32 and 64. 32 to 64 plus 3% extra health. Okay, the price drops. Okay, price from 2000 to 1980. Okay, so I'm guessing they're actually nerfing this for Heino as well. Just because Heino Clash Lane builds that. And sometimes even in the mid lane, they build the Blazing Cape. But yeah. So, some other changes. The rank match full party pre-mid restricting has been adjusted from 25 stars to 50 stars. So until 50 stars, you can actually 5-man now. And then there's going to be casual modes and more event stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the hero stuff, the hero adjustments. The events, I think the only thing that I care about is going to be Liu Bang. It seems like that Liu Bang is going to be coming out on 9/3. So in about 2 weeks, we're going to have Liu Bang, which is pretty much Zenial from AoV, if you guys remember. He's going to be like a jungler roam type of character, or even Clash Lane. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty nice hero, a really nice addition. He has a global ultimate that he can just land on, teammates, heal them. But yeah, overall, let's just go over the patch again. Butterfly, it's an okay buff, doesn't really change anything. Lubu seems like a really nice rework on the second skill. He's going to have a lot more life steal, and he's going to pretty much have a better time on the attack builds, the high attack builds. Dharma, pretty massive buff, I would say. 10-second cooldown reduction is insane. Zhou Yu, pretty annoying. Didn't know he needed a buff, but now he gets a buff. Kaizer, I like this balancing for him, even though I think still people are gonna go with the tank build. But yeah, the damage build might be a little bit more stronger now. So gonna have to wait and see. Ming Nerf, I like it. I like the nerf. Garo Nerf, questionable. Angela Nerf, little questionable. She's not really using the higher elos. Heino Nerf, pretty nice. I think he needed a stronger nerf. But yeah, with the equipment nerf for him, I would say that Heino Nerf is pretty solid. Bye, you guys. Much love. Hope y'all enjoy this patch note review. Make sure to let me know who you guys are going to be playing after this patch. And I'm going to have a video coming out with a new tier list after I play some games tonight and tomorrow. So I should have a video out in the next couple of days on the brand new tier list. I know you guys been waiting for an updated one for quite a long time now, but yeah, I'll have a tier list coming out. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and have a great day.